cool. Um, and it's now the size where you can 3D print out and stuff. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, one other thing I'm kind of thinking of here is, let's say, for example, now that we're looking at this and you say, well, I like this table and stuff, but I'm not so sure I'm a big fan of it being flat on the surface because, maybe I want to, I don't know, serve something on it, and it would be nice to kind of make it a bit more like a bowl or something. All right, so how on earth am I going to take this form and go back again? Well, one of the things that we can do is go back, and we should be able to edit our form in here somewhere. So I'm just going to go in here and see what happens. So actually, what we'll do is probably the best thing to do is we'll just go back in our timeline. Okay, because we already know that we need to shrink this down to 0.25. So now we're going to go back by pressing, actually we don't even have to. We're just going to go straight here. And it looks like it's not going to, oh, there we go, Form 1. Doesn't look like it's going to let us. So instead of that, let's just go to Command Z. And so we just undid the scaling. And now we're back into the sculpt environment again. So all I did is, instead of trying to get back through the timeline here, I just pressed undo, and that takes us back into our modeling environment. And you notice that I didn't press back once I entered the sculpt environment, because now what I want to do is go and complete my modifications here. All right, so let's see. I think what I want to do is I want to create a bit of a curve in this body so that it creates kind of a bowl shape or something. Okay, so it makes like a really long, flat, shallow serving dish of some kind, let's say. So I still have my symmetry selected, which is cool because it means if I modify this corner right here, all the other three corners will be modified similarly. So let's go into Modit and Edit Form, and I want to select, this corner here, and that multiple select. All you do is you hold down Shift and you click the three faces, and to get it to curve upwards, I need to access the in and out of the page direction, which will be right here. So to do that, I rotate my object, and all we're going to do is we're gently going to curve this up by, I don't know, let's say 2 millimeters. Oh wait, sorry, I have to do that -2. There we go, and let's see if that gave us a curve. If it did, it didn't give us a big one. So I think perhaps we're going to need to, oh, you know what? It's not going to give us enough of a curve, I don't think. Like it is and it isn't. Darn it. Okay, give me a sec here, because maybe perhaps that's not what we want to do. Let's try something else. Let's go here, and I want to rotate that inwards, and that only does it in one direction, so I'm going to tilt it this way, and we want to rotate it this way now too. And I did it 5 degrees for both. Okay, and now when we look at this, there we go. See, now that introduced the curve. So what we ended up doing is pulling this up. Didn't give us enough of a curve because I would have had to have added too much material to my table, right? Because the table gets way too thick when you do that, right? Because when I just press up, this entire region in here is going up, and I really don't want that. So instead, I'm going to make it nice and shallow, like so, and I achieved my my bowl shape by tilting this by about 5 degrees or so upwards. Okay, so now this is a curved plate. And actually, you know what? I like this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to press OK, and we're going to go to Finish Form. All right, and so now we're back into the same environment we were before, into the modeling environment, and we've got the same 6-face table, which is nice. And it's got some really nice curvature associated with it, which is nice. Perhaps we can print 1 or 2 of these out, and people can serve some snacks on them, perhaps. I don't know. So now what we need to do is we're going to go into, well, we're done. So we can go to Edit and 3D Print, and because I've already unclicked this, it'll stay unclicked. And we're going to select our table here, and it's probably going to have even more triangles now that I've curved it. Yeah, got about 3,000 more. We're going to press OK, and this time we're going to call it table with curve. That way we can tell the two apart, like so. And that looks good. So let's take a look at our 3D model here quickly. And so table with curve now. We can open here. Come on. Oh, goodness. Not sure what's going on here. It's definitely lagging out on me. So, oh, there it is. Come on. There we go. Preview. I think I'm stressing out my computer a little too much here. So now I can print it out like this. What I would like to do, though, is I'm going to need to print this out with some pretty significant support on it because of this curve and stuff. We're going to need to print this out with support so that, like when you print out the center of the table, like if I print it out upside down, this part of the table here will have nothing underneath it because of the curve. So we'll need to put some support in. The problem is that the support, when we take it off, is going to make this table look absolutely terrible because it's going to rough up the surface and stuff. So what I hope to do is to use some nail polish remover or acetone, and if we're able to do that, then it'll smooth this table out all nice and everything. Okay, so I think we're good there. So now I think I'll end the video, and hopefully we'll have a cool little table that you can print out if you wanted to.